is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Atlanta Falcons. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, exit.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 49. Yards.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 25-yard line.
51, jump!
Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. This is Carson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, 95-56.
On 1st down, Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Open man is born. And he's got some space here. fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now Breeze. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Play action. Breeze. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On first down, Akers. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Ready. You ready? You're good. You're good. Ready.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Mike, 45. 11. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Watch the slant. 45. Mike, 45. Guys, pick it up. Check. 45 to Mike. Check. 13. All day, every day. Hey, orbit.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture. Look, guys, man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Draw play. This is Carson. And an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Ready. Flag 25. Twist. Kill. Check.
They go play action now. Ryan under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Markel Lee. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. That's right, baby. They don't want
Go.
double up.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Looking in zone for Jones. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Chris Carson, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Check 26, check 26.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Easy, opposite.
They'll run on first down. Akers. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big play that time for the Raiders. 51 yards on the ground. And this defense, Charles, bottom half of the league against the run. That's not going to help their average.
Not at all. When you're getting ready to play against them, in your scouting report, you're actually counting on a certain number of big-time runs against them. They've given them up all year.
Right back to him on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up second and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Kill. Safety creeping. Kill. Sammy.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's third and goal. On third down, makers. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a give, right side. It's Carson. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Ryan.
Oh, my God.
It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Here's Ryan to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check. Over.
Throwing now is Breeze. It's Williams on the catch. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would bring.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now Breeze. And he finds Beasley, complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
53 is the mic.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To throw, it's Breeze. This one caught by Beasley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And that's caught by Beasley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Ready? You ready?
Check 53. Switch up, switch up. Check 9, check 9.
Ready, take it.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Ready? Yellow lady.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Hey, easy.
Mike 54. Let's go. Hey, what's that?
Chavo.
Mike 54. Yeah. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
I'm on.
Right there, 54, right there.
Here's Breeze to throw. Now Breeze lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the line.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Ryan. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Quandre Diggs. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast. Blitz coming, and down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Mike.
Ready. 5-8.
Mike.
You're good. That's full. Ready. You're good. That's full. Ready. Small. You kill.
53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Hey, watch the shot.
Easy. Opposite.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunky yardage picked up there.
Ready.
Breeze now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. On second and 9. Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football.
Such bullshit.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And the pressure gets to him again. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Fielded at the 20. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Down, ready, you ready?
Check 52 to mine. All right, T, let's check. All right, T. Check
22.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Caught by Sanu. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Tighten up.
Get up.
On 1st down, Carson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Looking deep down. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 2nd down now. Akers. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Going deep here for Bryant. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Breeze to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Raiders' 46-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Breeze. The open man here, Renfro. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Ready.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
53. Mike, 53. Come on.
Now Breeze to try again after the pick 6. Open man is born. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On play action, it's Breeze. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From the gun on third down, Breeze looking, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 21, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
On second and very short, Ryan. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you put yourself in jeopardy. Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now it's Carson. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
I'm coming for you. You mine. 21.
Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
51, Sam. Ready to go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
This will be fielded at the 17. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves
And his pass is intercepted for the 14th today. Picked up by Rocky Singh. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The tackle by Robert Quinn.
50 to Mike.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Out. Hey, check.
From just shy of midfield, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 49 yards. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He'll have it first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Breeze now on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
61, matchbox, light, cut!
On 2nd down, this is Harris. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Got the connection here to Bourne. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll return this ball. Across midfield to the 47-yard line.
On the set.
At the
Check Mike 15.
47-yard
Mike
line.
gives it 15. Check Mike 15.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
5.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he will find his man on the outside. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey! Yo, Jackrabbit, come on! Get it!
Now Ito Smith. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, it's our house.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Tight end's right.
Operating from the gun, Patterson. And the throw there is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me.
I'm not playing this shit, man. This shit, man.
Anything open? And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And his kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw is Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Throwing now is Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You remember me? Hey, Echo. Let's go, baby.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Here we go. Here we go.
Shotgun now for Breeze.
And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they're not having to earn much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Smith. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get...
Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad beat pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dame pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her like she can count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey,
we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers.